They still whisper about the night the obelisks shimmered with light. An event mentioned only once. In the margin of an architect's notebook from the reign of Pharaoh Thutmose IV. It began just after sunset at Iunu, the city of the sun. The priests were preparing the last rites of the day. The torches had been lit, and the two great obelisks of the temple stood like colossal shadows against the darkening sky. The architect, a man named Menrin, had stayed late to remeasure cracks in the eastern obelisk. He was tired, distracted, thinking only of returning home. Then he noticed something strange. A faint blue glow clung to the granite. Just a sheen. Thin, soft, like moonlight trapped inside the stone. He blinked hard, rubbing the dust from his eyes. No, it wasn't imagination. The glow brightened. He called two acolytes. They approached hesitantly and gasped as the second obelisk began to shimmer too, as though both monoliths had been dipped into cold fire. The glow didn't flicker like flame. It pulsed, slow, steady, breathing. Within minutes, dozens of priests gathered below, staring up in stunned silence. The torchlight barely reached the granite now. The stone produced a brightness of its own, faint but undeniable. Someone whispered, "They awaken." Another murmured a prayer to Ra-Day. The air felt tense, sharp, as if charged with invisible threads. The priests' linen robes clung to their arms. Their hair lifted. Even the metal fittings of the temple doors began to tick softly. And then, a single crackle of sound ran up the obelisk, like the pop of burning papyrus. The blue glow swelled. The acolytes fell to their knees. Others backed away, unsure whether to revere or flee. The obelisks stood silent and enormous, gleaming like pillars of captured lightning. Then, just as suddenly, the light dissolved. Not all at once, but in ripples, sinking back into darkness until the stone was ordinary granite again. The courtyard returned to stillness. The priests argued until dawn, but Menrin, the architect, recorded only one simple line. The pillars of Ra breathed the night's fire and released it. He offered no explanation. But today, scientists have one. Under extremely dry desert conditions, with sandstorms passing nearby, enormous granite structures can accumulate intense static electrical charge. When humidity drops sharply after sunset, the charge can discharge in faint coronal glows or tiny sparks along the stone's surface. Especially on pointed shapes like obelisks. The ancients saw living stone illuminated by divine energy. We see an extraordinary natural electrical release. But on that night, when two sky-piercing obelisks glimmered with cold fire under the stars, even the most rational architect must have felt the world pause, as if the gods had touched their monuments and left a breath of light behind.